Sangha, your creation of Sangha, your connection with Sangha, your pouring of your tana mana dhana into the Sangha, pouring your energy, whatever you have, into the Sangha, to strengthen the Sangha. And I've been telling you, Sangha is not from where you take. Sangha is where you contribute. You pour your energies. Yes, there is a byproduct of that. You get a lot from Sangha, but that must not be your first conscious focus or a goal. That, oh, I must have a Sangha so that I'm nurtured. Don't go into Sangha with that approach. I must enter into the Sangha or create my Sangha so that I'm able to nurture many more lives.
Gurudev, starting with the first question. This question has come from Mayur from San Francisco. His question is, Namaskaram Gurudev. Intellectually, I understand that I am neither the body nor the mind. Yet, I often find myself identified with lower tendencies like jealousy, lust, or sadness. At times, I become aware that I'm attaching energy to certain thoughts, creating stories, and getting entangled in them. But such moments of awareness are rare and fleeting. How can I hasten dissolution, disidentification, and transcendence?
Yes. So you say, Mayur, that the lower tendencies of jealousy, anger, possession, greed, lust, insecurity, all of that, these we call them lower tendencies. You witness them sometimes, you are sometimes aware of these lower tendencies. So point number one, every human being has lower tendencies. It's part of the design of nature. If you look at from the yogic chakra perspective, we have some base chakras where the lower tendencies are stored. It's part of nature's design, number one. Number two, most of the humanity just get trapped and survive only at the lowest possibility of human existence. Most of the humanity. Every person sitting here listening to this satsang, please inquire within yourself, self-analyze. You too, each one of you, you have these lower tendencies of, again I'm repeating, jealousy, possession, fear, insecurity, greed, lust, all of these lower tendencies. You witness them. Now, most of the time, you have the lower tendencies, you are stuck in them, you are surviving just in them, these lower tendencies. As you begin your sadhana, sometimes it happens that you are able to catch yourself operating from these lower tendencies. But as you said in the question, those moments of awareness when you are able to catch the operation of the lower tendencies are few. Most of the time, these tendencies are very strong, so they take you over. They capture you. They capture your awareness. They do not allow you to be aware of them. Please look at it very carefully. When the tendency is havi on you, which means when the tendency has possessed you, it means the awareness is sleeping at that time, non-existing at that time. These tendencies can only operate when awareness is not there. These two cannot be there together. Please understand this. And the moment you start to become aware of any of these tendencies, they start to disappear. They start to dissolve. Because two cannot exist together in this. So the game is, becoming more and more aware to be able to catch yourself operating at these lower tendencies. Correct? But if you in general in life are not working on sharpening your awareness, then during the time of the attack of the lower tendencies, you'll not be able to become aware of that. You follow what I'm saying? It's like, if I've not practiced on, let's say if I'm a warrior, yeah, if I'm not daily practicing my war skill with my body mind, then suddenly if I'm in a battle with somebody, I cannot perform well. I cannot win over that battle because I'm not sharpening my war, my battle skills. You understand? Now, you cannot sharpen your battle skills at the battleground, because that's the ground where you have to deploy yourself. You have to practice and sharpen your battle skills when the battle is not happening. Please understand what I'm trying to say. You have to practice awakening and sharpening your awareness at times when these lower tendencies are not attacking you. These lower tendencies, I say, are very strong and profound, but they don't attack you all the time. In certain situations, they take you over. Correct? So, but there are times during 24 hours of the day when you're not bound by greed or lust or fear or anger or jealousy. There are very many moments during the day. Those are the moments when you start to practice and sharpen your awareness in general. Because if you are sharpening your awareness only then when this attack happens of anger, let's say. Now, you're not angry all the day. There are moments of intense anger. When this attack of the lower tendency of anger happens, if you've been practicing awareness, sharpening your awareness, only then you'll be able to catch it in the moment. Otherwise, anger will come. It will destroy whatever it has to destroy in that moment, in that relationship, in that event. And only later you'll be able to catch it. Oh, I got angry and I just spoiled this. Then you enter into paschatap, repentance. The game is, the art is to be able to catch the inflow of the lower tendency when it's just beginning to happen. But you cannot do that unless you've practiced awakening awareness in normal hours of the day, when everything is going fine. Those are the moments of deep sadhana. Moments of deep sadhana are not when the lower tendencies have taken over. So, at the practical level, Mayur, start to sharpen this awareness every moment of your life, every moment of your day. So right now I'm talking to you and my hand is creating this gesture. Am I aware of this, or this is just my body movement happening because I'm in the flow of this discussion? Two things can happen. Most of the time our body movement happen unconsciously. In the flow of that movement, body just keeps moving. Now this is a moment to practice and sharpen awareness. That at this moment, if I'm making this mudra, am I aware of this? Am I aware that my body is creating this mudra right now, this posture right now? Am I aware? I'm eating my food, am I aware? Every moment, am I aware of what this body, this mind, this breath, this speech is doing? When you speak to somebody, do you watch your words? What are the words that you are using to convey what you want to convey? Because every word is a mantra. It creates certain impact. So from these small little things, on your desk, if you're traveling, your travel bag, are you aware how are you putting the stuff in your bag? Are you aware how your desk, your working desk is organized? This is what sadhana is all about. It is not 1 hour of practice that you do every day. It is every moment of your life. Because sadhana is generating, building, awakening this awareness. That's all what we are trying to do in sadhana. Now that awakening of awareness will not happen just by 1 hour of practice a day, or whatever hours of practice a day that we are trying to do. It will happen in every little detail of your life. When you're walking, are you aware of your steps? Are you aware of the position of your feet when you're walking? Because if you observe, if you're aware, you will see, you will notice that one foot goes extreme right sometime. It's a disbalanced walk. Just observe, just be aware of that. And as you start to practice this level of absolute awareness in every moment, two magics happen. Magic one, the moment any lower tendencies start to take grip over you, you're able to identify that and block it. In the sense that you can even talk to the lower tendencies of your anger or jealousy. Your play will not work now. I'm watching you. You'll be able to really say that. Your drama will not work now. I'm watching you. So that's one magic happens, that you're able to catch it in the moment. And the second magic happens, which is very profound magic, which sometime, someday, in some moment you will observe a gap between the action that is happening and between the watcher. And the watcher is not attached or entangled with the action. A beautiful gap will get generated. It is like, right now you're sitting somewhere listening to this, watching me. Suddenly in that moment, it will happen as if you will feel as if you're sitting at the back and you're watching yourself watching this video. We call that witnessing consciousness in Vedanta. Drashta. Then every moment, every action that is happening through you, every tendency that's coming into you, you're sitting at the back and watching the play of this thought, this tendency come and go. You're not interfering in that, because now there's a separation between the doer and the watcher. That's the second magic happen. That's a very profound magic, Mayur. It's a very liberating magic, because then you get liberated from a lot of nonsense that is happening in our lives, in our day-to-day lives. We get totally detached from that. We get totally, unentangled from that. That's the magic which happens. Yeah. Second part, you asked that how do you hasten your dissolution in sadhana? What does it mean? If you look at this line carefully, what are you really saying? That how do I hasten my journey, my sadhana, my dissolution? What you're really saying or asking, Mayur, how do I dissolve this sense of ego that has become a burden that I'm carrying? How do I dissolve this illusionary sense of I amness? And merge and dissolve and become mukta, liberated. Ask yourself an inverted question for this, is that what is that you are doing every moment of the day that is strengthening your ego, that is strengthening your sense of I amness? What is it that you're doing during the day? I'll give you a few examples. So, my phone, I call it my phone, right? This is my phone. Inwardly start to say, this is a phone that I use. Small shift. Don't start to possess things, because when you say my phone, it adds to the burden of the ego that we are carrying. Practical reasons, yes, this is my phone. But internalizing that it's an equipment that I'm using. If something happens to this equipment, I will take fully good care of this equipment because I'm practicing awareness. But something happens to this equipment, it's an equipment. You understand what I'm saying? Same applies to a relationship also. This is not my wife or my husband or my child. We are co-creating this awareness together. These people of this family that I have, we're all connected at a deeper level for a certain purpose. And the purpose is to help each other awaken a little more. I don't own them, they don't own me. Nobody owns anything. It's just the design of this life, that they've come into this life. They've got connected to this life's got connected to them. Let's walk together. Now, constantly when you start to do this, you're reversing the game. You're watching what is it that you do that strengthens your ahama. You do something great, don't feel that you've done something great. It's Shiva working through you. When you start to do that, then okay, every desire, Mayur, that you have, strengthen your ahama, strengthen your ego. Every desire that you have. Every time when you counsel somebody, there's an inner, inner bhav, that, oh, I spoke great there. You didn't speak anything great there. In that moment, Shiva Shakti activated something in you and some words of truth came out from your mouth. You don't own that intelligence also. You understand what I'm saying? So anything that, watch everything that is fueling and strengthening the sense of ego. That's the path of dissolving the ego. But first we need to know, what is it that I'm doing that strengthens the ego? Once you know that, you'll be able to dissolve that. That's number one, at the Vedantic level, at the Jnana Yoga level. But at the level of surrender and devotion, Mayur, it becomes much more easy to dissolve the ego. Always remember the 5 things I keep telling you all about. That's the formula really to dissolve the ego and merge into Shiva consciousness. Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, Shivoham. That is the formula. I keep reminding you of the formula. East, number 1. Your connection to the East should be really, really profoundly sacred. Guru. Must have a living Guru in your life. And again, the connection with the Guru must be deep, deep reverence based. Not give and take, but reverential. Sangha. Your creation of Sangha, your connection with Sangha, your pouring of your tana, mana, dhana into the Sangha. Pouring your energy, whatever you have, into the Sangha. To strengthen the Sangha, and I've been telling you, Sangha is not from where you take. Sangha is where you contribute. You pour your energies. Yes, there is a byproduct of that. You get a lot from Sangha, but that must not be your first conscious focus or a goal. That, oh, I must have a Sangha so that I'm nurtured. Don't go into Sangha with that approach. I must enter into the Sangha or create my Sangha so that I'm able to nurture many more lives. We've already started practicing dissolution into that because selflessness has come into picture now. I'm entering into Sangha not for my sake, not to gain and grab anything from there. To offer, pour anything that I'm capable of for the collective growth of my Sangha. Extremely important. And then comes sadhana, which has 2 parts. One part is the daily practice that your Guru might have given you. or you might have adopted from the Guru. Any daily practice, any abhyasa, 1 hour, 2 hour, whatever that time duration is, that's one part of sadhana. And the second part of sadhana is what we just talked about. Cultivating this awareness in every moment of my life. That is sadhana, the fourth pillar. And the fifth pillar is seva. Now this seva goes even beyond the Sangha. You meet somebody on train, you meet somebody on bus, even if you don't do anything for them, internally, if you are occupying a seat and you just stand up, seva. Anything that you are doing where you are not the beneficiary is seva. And this world needs a lot of seva. And seva is the only process which takes you deep into karma yoga, where you are able to dissolve the lower tendencies. Because everything else that you're doing in your life, including your sadhana, is for your self-gain. We're selfish people. We're not bodhisattvas. We're trying to do sadhana so that we become liberated. We're not trying to do sadhana so that we enable the world to get liberated. We're selfish even in that. Everything in my life that I'm doing is for my personal gain. So something in my life I should do which is part of my seva, where the focus is not on I, me, myself. And that seva then starts to dissolve this sense of ahama, ego. So these 5 things, if you are able to incorporate into your life as part of your spiritual awakening process, it will create magic. But I see most of you are just tied to 1, 2 or just 3 components of it. And that too not in the right way. I know a lot of you, for you sadhana is that 1-2 hour practice every day. No, it doesn't work like that. So incorporate these 5. These 5 help and support and nurture each other. And that's when the whole process really becomes effective and deep and profound. Yes, so listen to this again and again, and it will open many doors of awakening in you. And you will find the path very clear, very simple, very easy, very joyful. Then every moment, then you're not chasing liberation, then every moment you're experiencing liberation. Listen to this again. Then you will not be chasing liberation. Then every moment you will be experiencing liberation. In this moment, I've said these words, done, period, all over. If I go in this moment, I'm liberated. Because in that moment, you've poured everything that you have. You've not kept anything for the future. So every moment of your life starts to become the moment of liberation. Now liberation or dissolution is not a goal which will happen sometime in future. Because there is no future. Time does not exist the way we think. Time, the way we think, just exists in our head. So there is no future where I will get, or this ego will get dissolved. If I bring all of these 5 components together, then every moment is a moment of liberation. The next moment of liberation, next moment. You follow. If it's not happening in this moment, it will not happen anytime in future. So make each moment of your life, harashana, as the moment of liberation. No matter what's happening all around in your life, because the drama will continue. It has been on for, yugas. You'll never be able to solve the drama. That's the play of Maya. What you have in your control is your every moment. You've got to just catch that. And you catch that by being fully there. Not fully here, fully here in this very moment. That's how the magic happens. Hope you get this, and hope you are able to really bring it into your every moment. My love and blessings to you, Mayur. Thank you.